Hello, I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer.
I'm Jeff Miller, 2049 Outfitters.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 midnight Eastern Time, and 3 p.m. on Saturday in Queensland, Australia. We have friends there. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California. How was your Christmas? And Happy New Year.
Tonight's topic is a review of 2021. It's been a good year for Everyday Spacers. We'll be back in 6.8 seconds.
So 2021, love it or hate it, it was great for Everyday Spacers. In fact, I'm calling it the rise of the Everyday Spacer. Inspiration 4 launched on September 15th, and 4 civilians spent 3 days in orbit. There's the website. And then they returned to Earth. That was Jared Isaacman, who was the mission commander. Dr. Sean Proctor was the pilot. Haley Arsenault was mission specialist 1 and the medical officer. Chris Sombrowski, mission specialist 2. Those were the folks that went. And the significance of that is they were all regular folks. They were basically everyday spacers. And they flew higher than the space station. They flew higher than Hubble. They flew higher than Blue Origin flights. And they flew higher than the Virgin Galactic flights.
Oh, and hi, Scott.
Hi. Yeah, welcome back, Scott.
Cliff, Happy New Year to you guys, too. Well, for Cliff, it's already the new year. Scott, don't know which end of the dateline you're on, but if you're in the U.S., if you're on the East Coast, it's Happy New Year.
You're there.
Yep.
Not quite here. It's only 9 o'clock.
Yep.
You're up.
Okay. What were you talking about back there?
So I mentioned that the significance of Inspiration 4 was that they flew very high, the regular folks.
Yeah.
And we talked about.
Yeah. And Virgin Galactic launched on July 11th, 2021 to edge out Blue Origin's Jeff Bezos, who had announced their flight on the anniversary of Apollo 11, on the Apollo 11 landing on the moon, July 20th. David McKay was the pilot. Michael Masucci was the co-pilot. And they had 4 passengers. I believe they were all Bezos Blue Origin employees.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Scott and Janie. Welcome.
Oh, hi, Janie.
Glad you could join us. Appreciate that. Happy New Year.
Yep.
Well, here we are.
Yep. And yeah, the 4 passengers were Surisha Bandla, an Indian-American aeronautical engineer, Colin Bennett, lead operations engineer, Beth Moses, chief astronaut instructor, and Richard Branson. And the significance of this is it wasn't, of all of them, Virgin Galactic isn't just spam in a can. Unity 22, the Unity 22 spacecraft needs a pilot because, for one thing, it's actually counted as an aircraft. So they needed, for FAA regs, they needed a pilot and a co-pilot. But the other thing is that those engines are so twitchy that it needs someone to keep it pointed forward. Really.
And the Blue Origin rockets had 3 flights with more civilians, including NS-16, and that's New Shepard. The NS stands for New Shepard. So 16 signifies their 16th launch of any type. And this was the first time Blue Origin carried astronauts to space. It was a suborbital flight on July 20th, like they announced. Wally Funk was one of the original Mercury 13, and at the time was the oldest person to lift off from Earth. Mark Bezos, who's Jeff Bezos' brother, it's live when. Jeff Bezos, of course, of Amazon fame, he went. And then Oliver Damon, who was a Dutch teenager. And hi, thanks for joining us, folks. Anything I have to talk about?
James, URA? I guess I don't know.
Oh. Sorry, you're going to have to tell us.
Oh, Ura?
Ura, okay, yeah.
Got it.
So, yeah, did you have something?
No, just showing up people who've.
Awesome.
I was failing in my duties because I was busy talking and then listening to you. I wasn't showing comments that people.
That's
made,
okay.
so.
All right. So NS-18 was the second to launch with a crew from Blue Origin. That was on October 13th. Of course, William Shatner went. He's Star Trek's original Captain Kirk. Audrey Powers, who was a Blue Origin executive, say that 10 times fast. Chris Boshuzen, an Australian entrepreneur, and Glenn DeVries, microbiologist. They all went in this second launch from Blue Origin with people. Then NS-19, the 19th New Shepard mission, was also Blue Origin's third flight with passengers and the first to have a full crew of 6. That's their objective. The others were 4 each, and then this one was 6. That was December 11th. Laura Shepard Churchley, who is Alan Shepard's granddaughter, went. Michael Strahan, a former NFL football player, American football, and he is one of the Good Morning America hosts. Evan Dick, engineer and investor. Dylan Tyler, CEO and chairman of Voyager Space Holdings. Lane Bess and his son, Cameron Bess, round out the complement of passengers. Lane is an entrepreneur. He's in charge of Best Ventures and Advisory. Hi, Joe. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So by my count, that's 24 just regular old folks got to fly to space in 2021.
Yep.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yep. On a sadder note, Carolyn Shoemaker died last August.
Yeah.
Although, kind of on a somewhat happier note, 4 comets were found in 2021 by amateur astronomers. So her legacy is being carried on.
And if you don't know who Carolyn Shoemaker is, she and her husband Gene Shoemaker were comet hunters, and in fact, she probably holds the record for finding the most comets.
34 is what I saw.
Okay, 34. So I don't know if someone else out there has beat it yet, but
for an amateur astronomer, she probably holds it.
Probably, yeah.
And that, and we should probably put that in the comments.
We'll get the link we just showed and put it in. So it's a clickable link in the chat.
Yeah, in fact, I'll get that right now.
Awesome. All right.
Because that is that shows the comets that were found in 2020 and 2021. So.
Oh, awesome. Great. Thank you very much. Jeff actually found a cool survey from 2021 about amateur astronomers, and they are definitely everyday spacers. And I think this was the kind of the composition of who they are and what they like and where they come from and that kind of thing. There are some interesting statistics in this. So Jeff, go ahead and cover that review.
Okay, this is basically Institute for Learning and Innovation. Don't know who they are. Sky's network survey findings.
That's the link, right?
Yeah, and this they're polling. Night Sky Networks, polling their members and other people. They actually have statistics about who's a member and who's not in here. But prepared by Debbie Siegel, PhD. Prepared in December, so it pretty much covers 2021. And we have a link for where to find this. And
I just added it to the chat, so it's a live clickable link for people.
Yeah. And just so you know, they do have some past surveys also. So if you want to play with trends, yeah. So just some basic stuff here. It might be interesting to some people. And if any of these numbers matter to you, they're all in the PDF that you can download.
That's good for demographics if you're gonna.
But one interesting demographic, biggest group by far is 55 to 75 year olds.
Very cool.
With 45 to 54, not too far behind, and then basically bell curving from there. Race, suburban, rural, urban, kind of makes sense. Urban people don't really grow up seeing the sky.
Nope. Definitely harder.
Yeah. Here's what caught my interest. Of the professions, Computer, software, and IT have a plurality here of 22%, by far the highest. Education comes next, so people are in the education field. We're next highest in the poll, and then things drop off pretty fast after that. But it doesn't. Interesting that the next group is construction, manufacturing, government, and professionals. So this is a mix of blue and white collar.
Oh, that's cool.
Right there. Yeah.
Hey, it's all the same sky. Everybody's under the same sky.
Yeah. So involvement. Now these aren't, pick one. It's like which ones apply to you. So 98% of the people actually observe a naked eye, binoculars, or telescope. 94% read articles and books, watch TV documentaries, etc. And this is what caught my interest. Astrophotography. Half of the people who are observing are actually doing astrophotography.
It's gotten so easy now with digital cameras, and then of course our cell phones they're all included, including a camera.
Yeah, and participation, member of astronomy club, association, or society, 3/4 of the people. Again, about three quarters of the people visit science centers, IMAX theaters, museums, etc. Participate in astronomy-related events like the star parties that Pam puts on, 66%. Or are you looking at comments?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Volunteer for institutions that teach about astronomy. Almost 1/4 of the people surveyed volunteer to teach astronomy. That's kind of nifty.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. And education level, about 1/3 of the people have taken a course in astronomy, which I haven't, which is, I don't know why, but I never have. But have an astronomy degree or have a degree in astronomy or related science, 11%.
Thanks, Cliff. Yeah, a couple movies we've seen. Don't Look Up. We think it's
terrible.
Maybe well, it's possibly more a commentary on the social conditions right now. And I haven't heard of maybe I've heard of Moonfall. Haven't seen it yet though. Thanks, Cliff.
Well, the commentary is that maybe in that universe people are too stupid to live. I lost interest in that movie pretty fast and decided that.
Well, and I read something. I read something on Facebook and went and finished the rest of it, and I kind of see their point. But yeah, I wouldn't call it a great science fiction movie per se.
It's not worth the trip.
It may not survive over the years. Sometimes you watch something later and it still holds up, and sometimes you watch something later and it really doesn't hold up very well. Well, that one might not. I don't know.
They compared it to Dr. Strangelove. That's no Dr. Strangelove. Okay. Participants' motivation to engage in astronomy. What helps sustain your interest? Using my telescopes, instruments, and other tools? Yep. When 98% of the people are observing, yes, you kind of can imagine that 88%. Continuing to learn about new and exciting things through independent, self-directed study. That's like watching documentaries and stuff, 79%. Yep, that'd be me. Sharing my passion for astronomy with others. Okay. It just, that brings to mind people wandering door to door asking, would you like a copy of Sky and Telescope?
Cliff says, okay, at least it's space. Yes, it's space-like. Thanks, Cliff.
Yeah, and Cliff, it might have some value of don't do this. It's kind of like watching someone staple their hand to a board. Maybe you don't want to do that.
Oh dear.
Membership in a club or association or societies, 62%. Well, it kind of makes sense because it was an association that put this together, but it still shows that that the people tend to be engaged. So friends and family who share their passion, 41%. I'm wondering if that's just the people who got dragged into it. They're the plus ones that get dragged into the field. Continuing education in astronomy fields. Yeah. And this is what?
He says, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Just what areas of astronomy are you interested in the most? And astrophotography, again, 53%. So more people are interested in it than actually do it, which just makes sense.
Well, it's kind of, you have to figure things out. It takes
Yeah.
a time.
Yeah. Cosmology, which is high level stuff. Dark sky awareness. I like this. 49% are.
That's very encouraging too.
Yeah. Eclipses, galactic astronomy, history of astronomy. There you go, Dave. There's your peeps right there. Observational astronomy. Gee, given that 98% of the people observe the sky, that doesn't surprise me. But if you notice, they also member, non-member, length of membership. So there's some statistics in here that could be interesting to some people. And then, where do you get your information about astronomy and about events? And the two standouts are NASA websites and Sky and Telescope. And by the way, do you think Sky and Telescope has an article about the survey? You betcha. When they probably as soon as they saw that, you betcha. And then some other what are your sources? And this is breaking it down between male and female. And then, you know what? This is only page 9 of a 28-page report, so I'm not going to go through the rest of it.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through.
Somebody else can take over that part, though. And here again, here's the link. We did put it in the chat, so it makes it a clickable link in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If you need it, just let me know. I will add it again.
Yep.
And on a personal note, the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel hit triple digits. We have 101 subscribers now. Thank you so much to you who have subscribed. We really appreciate that. We really appreciate you being here. All right, so at this point in our conversation, we usually talk about some stellar events that are coming this week. We're talking about December 31st through January 7th. Is Comet Leonard still in the sky? I have no idea. It's been raining like crazy here, which just doesn't happen in Southern California all that often. When it does, we get a lot.
It's about a 22-year cycle.
Oh, the rain is. Okay, I thought you were talking about the Comet Leonard. We're not going to see that one again. I know that. There's a comment. Let's see what Scott has to say.
Oh.
So, yeah. And on December 31st, Mars and the Moon are in conjunction. January 2nd is the new moon. This is a great time to observe if it's clear. Sorry, Cliff. I know you're having rain as well. January 3rd.
Yeah, but it brings more of just a thing that happens over there. Here, it's a thing that, what the heck is this wet stuff?
It's an event. They call it liquid sunshine.
Yeah, here it's this highly corrosive substance that just falls out of the sky and gets into everything.
That's Mars. You got that from Babylon 5. I know that.
Yes.
On January 3rd, Mercury and the Moon are in conjunction, and Venus and the Moon are in conjunction, and Pluto and the Moon are in conjunction. Also, it is the quadranted meteor shower. It peaks between the 3rd and the 4th, basically after midnight. So that date range generally is December the 27th through January 10th. And the peak, like I said, is January 3rd to 4th. It radiates, they appear to come from Draco. The peak rate per hour is 25 to 100. And the source is 2003 EH. Yeah, what do we got? Some of the websites are going nuts with advertising for... What I missed something, Cliff.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and this is really cool.
Happy New Year, Chris.
Oh, hi, Chris. Happy New Year. Our friend, Spaceman Sam, is giving a great presentation called Why Space Tourism is Not Just Fun for Rich People. And his real name is Sam Caniglia, but we call him Spaceman Sam. I've known Sam for years, and we have a link. You want to show the link? So if you want to go to this Facebook page, we'll get it into the chat as well as a clickable link. He is going to be on January the 3rd at 12 noon Pacific time. I highly recommend this talk. Sam is he's a really bright person. All right, you got that?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the comments too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. On January the 4th, Saturday, Saturn and the moon are in conjunction. Also, Earth is at perihelion. It's not a perfectly circular orbit, and it does come closer to the sun at times and farther away. It's farther away, closer. Perihelion happens to be closer to the sun than sort of normal. It's the closest approach. Let's put it that way. On January 5th, Weekly Space Hangout is going to have astronaut Nicole Stott there. She is the author of Back to Earth, What Life in Space Taught Me About Our Home Planet and Our Mission to Protect It. That sounds really exciting. And then we're back to January 7th, Friday night show. Here we're going to be talking about Witch Hunters, part 3. So you can find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
And ongoing events and activities, design moon digging robots, Lunabotics Junior Contest from NASA. NASA seeks young engineers K through 12 to design lunar excavation missions. If you're K through 12, you can, send in your drawings, although they are also looking for judges from a slightly older age group. The winners from each category will be announced March 29th, 2022.
Boy, when I first wrote that, it sounded so far away, but now it's just around the corner.
Yep. We're marching up to it.
Yep. Did you show this one? Did you put the hi, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, I did.
Hi, Chris.
I actually started doing my job, yes. Okay, also, nominate a student with perseverance. They're looking for educators and other people around there to nominate a student from years 6 through 8 who shows perseverance. And
I think it's pretty cool, actually. They've got 4 rounds. Can you
show that website?
Yeah, we didn't put it on. We put it on a previous show. We don't have it here, I don't think.
Oh, no, perseverance. We put it.
Oh, yes, we did. We added it back in. I deleted it. There it is. So that's the link, and they've got kind of 4 rounds. I think one just finished up today.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they've got 4 rounds. I showed it last week or the week before.
Yeah, you did a demonstration of it.
Yeah. So just go to the website. They have different sets of days and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, though. They're going to actually, recognize some young people for their achievements. Very cool.
Although, I don't know. They're just showing perseverance, so it doesn't necessarily have to be space related, but it's a space related contest, so at least it gets the word out there.
If kids can persevere at anything these days, that's worth celebrating. All right, you're done here?
Yeah.
All right, so if you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, astronomy, that kind of thing, we'd love to share our live. Join us again next Friday, January the 7th for Witch Hunters Part 3. And they have actually given you a chance to do this on your mobile device. That's really cool. We do have some guests and maybe a young person or two. We're really looking forward to that as well. Any more comments? We will entertain them for another brief moment.
Oh.
Yeah. What you got?
And did you see the first pic of Webb? Yes.
Yes, Cliff.
We saw that.
Thanks for sharing. Very funny. No, it's not even in position yet, but I guess they're tracking its progress, and they've started to unfurl the heat shields, right?
And we're now getting temperature data from it, too.
Yeah, they already saw a decrease. So very cool. All right. Any last comments? We will come and find you on the Facebook page or the YouTube channel. And have a great week.
Yeah.
We'll
And
see you on
Happy
Friday.
New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Thanks so much for being here with us. Good night.